Make you step out, get some in now, let your head out to some.
So, without wasting any time, let me get straight into it. Name Sharp. Now, guys, I've got this cousin, and for this story, I think I want to name her Unomsa. Like, I want to name her Unomsa just because Sana, she needed a bit of Umusa Kankulunkulu in her life or something, because Sana Lea Leyo, yo, Sana. Sana, I don't know. I don't know. So, guys, I told you guys about last year, my grandfather passed away. Ne? Sharp. After he passed away, my grandmother had decided, well, okay, she's going to come down here. Ne? Elisa, then she decided, well, okay, cool, you know what? She's going to come down with us to Cape Town. Fine, which is not a problem. So now, my dad's mother, ne, who also stays in the same area, fine, gives my dad a call, putting me on some, hey, she has this dilemma. Cousin wam Unomsa is pregnant. And you know, Unjema Ugeliswa pregnant, she is pregnant with with Garden's boy child. Garden boy being the guy that maintains my grandmother's garden in the Eastern Cape. He maintains it, takes the chicken out, sheep, everything, takes care of the livestock, everything that needs a man's hands. That's what Garden boy does. Ne? Masimbi's GP. GP gets wins alone, so that's GB's job, to just take care of everything. So apparently, Unomsa. Now let me give you guys context on Unomsa. Unomsa, guys, she dropped out of school in grade 11 after doing it for a couple of times because she just figured, okay, you know what, school is no longer for her. Mind you, she's dropping out and she has a second baby. She has a baby number 1 who is 2 years old. Now she has a baby number 2 currently, who is only what, like 7 months, ne? Sharp. An infant, I tell you. Now, we're hearing that she's pregnant. Ne? Mind you, we haven't met baby number 1 and baby number 2. Because Unomsa stays all the way in, like, the Northern Cape. So now, her dad has sent her to my grandmother because Sana, he doesn't know what to do anymore. Ne? She doesn't have a mother figure in her life. Ne? Sharp. Now that he's sent her to the Eastern Cape, Nangu Unomsa Sana, Dibana no chipi, kwahlangana, baby number 3 on the way as we're speaking. Now my dad is livid because he's like at the end of the day, she's here to get her shit together and stuff like that. How do you get pregnant? How do you get pregnant for the 3rd time, Domazan? Guys, for the girls that are watching, but guys, please, prevention is better than cure, because what the hell? What the hell? On top of that, Unomsa is not just a serial meatist. Guys, there's a serial meatist. Every chance they get, they pop out a baby out the oven. They pop out money. Guys, and the economy is way too high for us to be out here popping out babies like serial meatists. Because why? Because why? I'm gonna know that we're gonna live in the dust. Why? And I'm livid about this. Right? Fine, get sharp. Now my dad is like, okay, cool. He's gonna go down there with my mom. Clay winter Monday. Fine, they go down there. This was a couple weeks back. He goes down there with my mom. They take my mom's mom home because she's decided, okay, now she wants to sort of go back home. She's in a good place to go back to the Eastern Cape after the funeral and everything. Fine, they drop her off. They drop her off back home. They take the drive down, just my mom, my dad, and my mom's mother. They drop my mom's mom off. And then they head down to my dad's mother's place where Unomsa is. Guys, upon my parents' arrival, guys, now my grandmother is the strictest lady that I know, like one of the strictest people. But I knew she was defeated the minute that my parents drove in, and my mom video called me to show me, there is Unomsa sitting in the garden with Uchipi, garden boy. Like Nandi, garden boy is supposed to be working. Unomsa in the garden, like nice times. It's giving like my life is a movie and this place is ours, right? Because my grandmother stays alone. And if you know the Eastern Cape, okay, there's so many houses like in one yard. It's normally big, well, for some families. Sharp. So it's huge. My grandmother's old. She doesn't still have time to be screaming out to know I'm saying garden, but Bible guys, okay, fine, I get it. Like you guys got each other pregnant, whatever. But like, why are you, directly showing me? You know what I mean? Like what is happening? Hey, my dad literally calls the garden boy And he explains to him, like, and stuff like that. You haven't paid damages, you haven't this, you haven't that, and you work at home. Like, what you did is just, like, not okay, ne? Sharp, fine, takes the record straight. Guys, now, unomsa, guys, at this point, like, this is the first time that my mom and everyone is meeting, like, the kids. Like, the kids, because unamandwana and all of them different baby daddies. Sharp, now my mom has brought, like, gifts, stuff like that. I even ordered some stuff online. So this was like my mom's opportunity to like give her the clothes and things like that. Fine, game. My mom exchanged the clothes, and whatever. She's happy. Even though she gets pregnant the whole time and she can't really afford to maintain her baby's style or standards, but gay, that's the case. Mind you, get guys, Unomsa is also a druggie. She dropped out of school, then she decided about okay, she wants to be a part-time druggie, ne? Sharp. And being part-time skelemo. Ne? Fine. Career path go leyo. So now what's happening is like yambona manuba like hey unazonenda wezinqanqa thekileyo wethu le ntombazana man because you know I think it was sudden news for her that she's pregnant because even looking at Garden Boy you can see by aniyabona lona sana noba sekusithwani if he did not have a job and he didn't have any loyalties to my grandmother literally he would be standing some like he would be I don't know and yes so yeah, they're just giving para couple vibes. They are literally giving para couple vibes, but you can see, if it was not for the fact that Onoms is related to my grandmother, I think it's like because you know the way that they were, like it was giving guys they place and how they doing things. They sleeping in the same room. Hey, hi guys. So yeah, like the mice are running wild. But all that came to an end when my dad arrived, because obviously, like, my dad is the son and stuff like that. Fine, sharp. So, guys, she's pregnant. Mind you, my mom catches her in the kitchen this one time trying to put... I'm not sure if it was... My mom said she saw her putting this powder in her porridge, and the way that Unomsa script when my mom entered the kitchen was crazy. It was insane. And it was in, like, little packets. When my mom told me, I was like, ndomazana. Cocaine, okay, drug or something, okay, it's man, I don't know. Like it has to be something that she's using to attempt to get rid of that baby. Because even when my mom was like, okay, so tell me about the kid that's on the way and whatever, she was like, oh wait, we're not even sure that I'm pregnant. So obviously your girl is in denial. But in her being in denial, she is attempting to get rid of that child. Now, that was the part where, okay, like my mom like was not happy and she started keeping a close watch on her and stuff like that. Because and whatnot, now that my parents had arrived. But now my mom caught her putting whatever it was in her own food, so and then she started eating it. And my mom like literally was like, oh, what's going on? And then the girl just caught an attitude and then she walked away. Sharp. Now, second time around, my mom catches this girl like in the bathroom. Girl is in the bathroom and like when someone is cleaning them, there will be domestos, there will be handy Andy, there will be, you know what I mean, all of those things. Okay, like get clean up. But no, instead of that, there's rat poisoning in this girl's hand. My mom walks in the bathroom. She walks in the bathroom, because I mean it was just the ladies in the house. She knocks, she opens. Hebo, now she's like bent like on the toilet pot, and then there's this rat poisoning packet next to her. My mom is like, what are you doing? She's like, no, just that she's been uncomfortable lately and she's just trying to get rid of like the rats and stuff like that. My mom is like, get rid of the rats? Where? Like pee, like zingine pee, like you know what I mean? And my grandmother's house has just been renovated. Like, what do you mean? Where? There's no rats here. As you girl know, she's just cleaning the toilet pot and whatnot. So girl, I tried to let rat poison but if I get around the toilet. And I'm like, my mom is like, where to either number one or number two, you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Because what are you doing with rat poisoning bent over the toilet seat like that? Like, it's crazy. What are you doing? Yeah, guys. And now, to be honest, I think maybe a girl was trying to eat that thing. Which is dumb, because at the end of the day, it doesn't only impact the baby, but it impacts her as well. So now, we know Uba Unomsa has been actively trying to get rid of this baby. Hey. My mom has now caught her trying to do this thing, and obviously the first thing she's gonna do is tell my grandmother. So She tells my grandmother because also remember my mom is an in-law. So technically, even if she wanted to trap Unomsa, she would not be able to trap Unomsa. It's not really her place to do so. Yeah, but so now she tells my grandmother, oh, Betuna, all hell breaks loose, Kesana, because my grandmother is like, wait, what? You're trying to commit murder in my house and you know Kesana black people. So then that was the situation. And then it was a matter of now she was being watched like 24/7. Like every single day she's out here being watched. But now the problem was she was out here being watched. Unless Ke baby daddy, Mr. Gordon would come in to come and have a look at Unomsa. Ne? Shapa. So guys, it nears the time for my parents to go back to Cape Town. And they have to leave because at the end of the day, mind you, they had only come because they were taking back my mom's mother back home, ne? Shop. Now they've got to deal with all of this. And they can't really leave my grandmother alone, even though Garden Boy is technically there. But my grandmother is still the provider of Unomsa. Fine, hey guys, now my parents like to leave at 2 a.m. when they're coming back to Cape Town, or even from Cape Town to the Eastern Cape, because they come back then during the day if that's the case. Fine, Kim. Now, the previous night, they had packed their things, packed their bags and stuff like that. They're getting ready to leave. Now, they're driving an SUV. When they're in the Eastern Cape, they always drive the SUV because it has enough space, it's big and everything. So, yeah, well, it makes sense. Sharp. And also for the gravel roads. Now, guys, if you know a SUV, a Sportage to be exact, if you know a Kia Sportage, you know that at the back, the boot space is big now. And it has that thing, I don't know what you call that thing. You know when you close it? On top of the boot, I guess it's part of the boot, but you can also leave it open. So yeah, fine. Geg saying it at 2 a.m. Hey, Nomsa is the first one to be up, and she's like, no, you guys can just wash quickly and whatnot, and I'm gonna start packing up your stuff. Okay, she puts some stuff in. My dad takes the heavy stuff. He puts them in the car as well. And then she just does like the final stuff and whatnot. Then Unom says like, yeah, no, funfaga like umpago and things like that. And for the road and for also when they get back to Cape Town for us. Ne? Cool. So now my parents don't think anything of it. Nomsa goes to the car. She opens the boot. They're really chilling in the front seat at this point. My grandmother's like leaning by one of the doors. They're having a nice conversation. That is the time that Unomsa is busy packing and stuff like that and putting things inside the car. Ne? Sharp. Everyone says their goodbyes. My parents pull out of the driveway, gravel roads out into the township, all the way back to Cape Town. Well, they headed back to Cape Town. Now, they're passing these three little towns. There's these three towns that you pass, like when you, either on your way to or from the Eastern Cape. Indwe, Elliot, and Yugi. Ne? I think there's another one that I'm forgetting. I think they were on the third one. Guys, when a baby started crying in the car. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that? They were in town number 3 when a baby started crying in the car. Now, I'm sure we're all thinking by now about, okay, 1 + 1 is not equal to 2. But 2 + 2 is most definitely equal to 4 though. Meaning what? Like at this point, like you should have already clocked about what's going on. Now my parents start breaking out in prayer because how? In the mighty name of the Almighty, how did a spirit of a crying baby get in the car? Yo, guys, my parents break out into prayer. My mom even calls me to be like, listen, do you hear this? I think also because like they're getting older now. They didn't like just stop the car and go check and whatnot because also it's dark, man. You pitch black between them. You're not just gonna get out and check, ne? Sharp. Now my dad is insisting to my mom the whole time that she should check. Hey, they both should check. This should stop and go check. No one wants to check. So what's the next best thing? Next best thing is to break out into prayer. As I night tongues that you betona a phone light busy. I'm praying words of woken up my brothers. We're all praying in the house because there's a crying baby in the car. Hey. But they look at the back and I'm aboning to, ne? Fine. Now, sometime later, my dad is like, then the crying stops, but then my dad is like, no, man, like, let's check in the boot. Something is just like, listen, let us check in the boot because that cry sounded way too damn real unless we're going crazy. And also, how are you going to get all the way back to Cape Town if you think that you're hearing something? You understand? I get missing moto. My dad checks the boot. Woo! Guys, is it not Nomsa's 7-month-old baby in the little baby seat thingy? Ufakwe phana, guys, ugqoka pillows around. During that time that she said that she was gonna go put in food and whatnot and mipako for the road when my parents are coming back to Cape Town for us. That was the exact same time that she snuck that baby in there.
ngiyacela usendele uhlobisile lightning. Kill the bastard one time nkulunkulu ngiyacela mdali. Umtrape nkulunkulu.
It's giving dropping baby off at a doorstep, ringing the bell, and then running away. Except we are family and we are going to bring that child back. Because what do you mean? Hey! Hi guys, has a family member ever done that? Drop off their child, Jay? To another family member, get off? Yo, guys, be movie, be film. Now my parents are calling me and I'm like, listen, take that baby home. Take that baby home, turn around and take that baby home. Because like my mom already like soft spot SAC at that time. And I'm like, no, I don't care, take that baby home. Because what the hell? What are we gonna do with someone's baby? And yo, she didn't even ask or even have a conversation. She had the nerve to stick a baby inside the boot. Imagine if we had drive like for hours and hours and hours and hours. You know what I mean? Yo, son. And that baby suffocated, died, whatever, I don't know. You? Guys. Guys. And my parents turn the heat on high, like they always feel like cold in the car and stuff like that. So what about the baby? You? Guys, like when I think about it and the fact that like anything could have happened in that situation, actually my mind, like it mind boggles me. It mind boggles me as to how you can have a baby, then put your baby in a situation like that. Because what the hell? Then you make it someone else's responsibility. What if we have been caught, or my parents have been caught with the dead baby in the car that they had no knowledge of? Like that would have been a cause for arrest or something, because kwenze kandoni. And then what if they're calling unomsa kesana ndichila mosba ulipara unomsa, and then unomsa deny yonke. It would have taken a whole long process to prove and whatnot. Go imagine. Guys, I'm way too young by the time my parents arrested for something that they didn't even do. Take that baby home. At that point, I am livid. Like, I am so livid. My parents drive back, Kasana. When they drive back, they decide to stop at my mom's place in town, Emma Clear, before they get to the village. Just to rest, because also they're in shock about what has just happened. Guys, that was their first mistake. Mistake was waiting in Maclear, chilling, talking to my mom's mom, and actually sleeping there and deciding to go to the next day to the village to take the baby back. Because herself by they are on their way. First thing that girl did, bus all the way back to Egauteng. No one knows how she left or how she snuck out, but all the way back to Egauteng. Now my grandmother's calling my mom and my dad. Now mind you, also Maclear sometimes there's no network. Majority of the time, like network, especially where we're from, no network. Well, my parents are driving back to the village now from Emeklia. We network, my grandmother's calling, mind you, it's now the next day, like evening vibes, because they had driven back around 3 a.m. to return the baby, but decided to stop in town at my mom's place, to just rest because they're in shock and it's early hours of the morning. Cool. They chilled there, slept there, woke up, whatever, enjoyed their day, or we went on about their day, and then they decided, okay, fine, in the evening around 6, they're gonna go back to the village to return the baby. Cool. Now on their way back, my grandmother is calling my dad's mom, and she's like, Nomsa is gone, number one, but Nomsa is gone with Isikusake and with my wallet and with a couple of the baby clothes that you had brought for the 7-month-old. Those new clothes that you brought, gone. And obvious thing is something about she's going. I don't know what she's gonna do, but she's gone. Now baby daddy, current boy, sitting estupin bejana inyembezi. Because Galogo baby mama to be is gone. Hey guys, if there has ever been, and yes, it's kind of like this at your place, I don't know, just comment down below, because it's a movie. It is literally giving it's a movie. So now not only has she dumped her baby, she has stolen my grandmother's wallet and her card. And Gemma on the run, she's on the run and she's expecting. She's headed to Johannesburg. Guys, I don't know. Now, my parents could not leave the baby with my grandmother because my grandmother's old. What is she going to do with that baby? Like, without thinking realistically, who's the baby going to stay with? Guys, eventually, they ended up coming back with the baby. So now they're forced to come back with my grandmother and the baby because my grandmother is stressed, but also they can't leave my grandmother with the baby. But also, my parents need to work and stuff like that. So who's the baby going to stay with if they come back with the baby? Guys, we stuck with the baby. We're stuck with a baby, Betuna, a baby that is not ours, and Unomsa is not answering your phone, nowhere to be found. So we're trying to get a hold of her mom, who is my aunt, but okay, she works full time and stuff, like she's really busy. But we're trying to get a hold of her because we're not going to stay with a baby that does not belong to us. OP unomsa elasela. Guys, I can't shame. I can't. And now you can't even trust her to stay with her own baby if she would leave her in the boot of someone else's car. Like, I don't even know what to do in this dilemma. Like, I don't know. Please, guys, the options down below. I don't know what to, and the baby's family. The baby is family, but yo, what should we do about the situation? Because who wants to take responsibility for a child that is not theirs? For someone that keeps on getting pregnant again and again and again and again and again.
Take a step out, get some air now, let your head down, to some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind.